Hello guys, welcome back to a new Hobbiton zoo video. Today we are starting slowly on the llama habitat, but we don't really do anything in it. The thing is that I went into this game to build a llama habitat, and then as soon as I went in here and I started building, the llama was some of the last things I added to this speed build here. So my thoughts is pretty much that I was gonna just prepare all this for the llamas, and then I can put out a llama episode where I actually make the habitat and all the stuff around it. So what I'm doing today is pretty much preparing it by making it all ready here and making them giving them a viewing platform, and so they can go down here and watch as well. So there's a lot of stuff I do in this video, pretty much just the prepping zone for the llamas, which I will add in, but it's mainly just those, and then I give them like a food barrel and some water, pretty much that, and then I'll focus on that next video, which hopefully will probably come out before the end of next week, guys. So we can keep it up, because I'm really starting, as I say, to get into the groove here, and also because now I don't really use any more reference pictures. Everything is pretty much just what I feel like adding on at this stage now. So yeah, a lot of progress is done today, and I'm really happy how things are starting to look out. And this is specifically Rivendell, which is really starting to look of something, and it just really has the vibe, and I'm really liking it. I'm also adding a lot more lush, foliage and flowers, and just everything. Everything just works out super well. And I love Tolkien architecture. It's just so nice, and I'm really starting to feel these pieces and what I can do with them and such. Really happy of the end result on some of this. So here I'm making a stairway that goes from the platform and down to the ground here. I thought that was pretty cool, and it looked pretty nice as well. And then having people walking in here is very nice too. I didn't really get to see so many people walk in here, interactive with all the stuff I built for them. But it will come. I did think I saw like a janitor and stuff walk there, but I just didn't notice. But what I do here is that I usually just do the lime plaster as a basic wall, and then afterwards I try to detail it afterwards, as you can see I do here. And I really like how this looks. And then afterwards I am putting in like the crave, what do you call those? Never mind. But the classical ones I use to like put in those arches, so we kind of like get some sort of an engraved, feels like it's like they've been hammering into the wall and making all these sort of stars and decorations and stuff. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. And here you saw the stairway kind of went into the wall, so I had to do some changes to that. So that's also what I'm doing here. And I'm really liking how everything, like as I say, I went in and I didn't know what to do, but this really helped me out with adding a bunch of stuff here too, and it gives me tons of ideas as well. Only thing I might be an issue for us is having a third animal here. I really want the snow leopard here, but the more I look around, it's just not gonna be doable, because we don't have room for it unless I build it like a little bit away from Rivendell or extend Rivendell, and I'm not really wishing that. I know the llama habitat I do is quite big, but I do like that the animals in Hobbiton Zoo has room to roam around with and just be, feel like they're in the opening even though they're not. So I make the habitats big because if I was in a habitat, weird way of saying it, but I would rather have like I could walk around for a long time without feeling super enclosed in, So that's one of the things I do as well. And then here I'm making this sort of wall. I'm using like a different wall set here because I feel like it it pops up a little bit more when you see this sort of wall here, right? And it just looks super nice, and it goes very well with the white and the classic pieces we've used. Also, what I'm doing here is that I'm adding these pokes here, bits here, to make it look super nice. And I'm also doing a little bit more different stuff to this area you just saw me place those guys in. Adding a more foliage and like staff facility, like a keeper's hut and a staff room. Kind of like get them in there too, as I did on the panda habitat, where I actually built those facilities inside the elven-ish buildings, which is also something I do here today. I'm really liking this sort of front I build on this guy, and I'm probably also gonna duplicate lots of this. What is the good thing about this port now is that we don't really need any more buildings, and now we kind of like have different things for each building, so we can just take what's best from each and just duplicate it, and that makes the progress way easier. I know it took us about 6 episodes I think, to get to this stage in the Rivendell, but it does take a lot of time, guys, and some of it is very tedious. But I have gotten a little bit more love for Planet Zoo the last few weeks here, so that's super nice. And I'm really starting to you know, to get some more ideas. Not that there are like exploding with ideas in my mind, because it's not, but some more ideas than usually, and that's super nice. I'm also thinking about going back to the Hobbiton area and add maybe one more habitat when it comes to it. It all depends on how good the zoo runs when we are at the stage of being at the end. Because I'm thinking about, it would be nice to get like a Gharial or like Torturous or something like that. You know, nothing fancy, just that. That would be really nice. Because I've seen there are a few areas in the zoo that I can actually add a little bit more stuff and actually enclosure it even more. And I did find some new reference pictures too that might be able to help us getting into some groove and get that built. So yeah. And also why I didn't wanted to add the llama habitat in here was pretty much because if I did that, the video would probably be a little bit longer, and then I didn't really know where to stop. So I thought I just gonna give you guys a shorter video with me doing prep work, and then in the next video I can focus on the llama habitat and things that are around it, you know. Because I was thinking like, should I make a habitat and just make a long video? But I was like, nah, you know, let's just split this up and then just do 2 videos of this sort of build. Because Rivendell still needs a lot of love. I mean, still lots of love, for sure. Here I'm taking some duplicates of the rocks I did and some trees just to see how things will look. And I do that like pretty much all the way around. And I also did not use it in the video because you guys seen that, and it's just me placing a pile of rocks pretty much. So nothing fancy there, guys. But as I said, I did make a staff facility or like a keeper's hut where they can go in there and be close to the llamas. I also do like this sort of, as I said, I'm preparing it, so I'm also doing like the entrance for the zookeepers, making that looking a little bit more prettier with like one more elvish build. That is pretty much nothing. That's just me that wanted it there to make it feel like it fitted there for the llamas. So that's also something I am building later on, guys. And here I'm adding a Monchaux Frit shop. I feel like that was needed here, like getting a little bit more atmosphere here and actually get people down here as well, so it's not only for the animal. And I'm really liking how this turns out. And as you can see, I'm really using this classical piece here. It just looks so nice having it inside those arches here, you know. And I'm really liking. Yeah, I do. It looks so cool, and it adds so much more to it than instead of just this super pale white wall, which I struggle to add some stuff to. And I'm probably also gonna do this all the way around. As I said, I'm gonna take best things of every build I kind of did and then add that to the others that we are missing. And I'm also missing a little bit more stuff to the towers, the elven towers and stuff. They also need a lot of love. But all that will come, guys. And I also gonna do a stream of Hobbiton Zoo on my Twitch. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please go in and give me a follow there, and you can be up to date with whatever I am doing. But I am still gonna put out the llama habitat build next week-ish. And then we'll see wherever we'll do afterwards. Because after that, Rivendell is sort of almost done, to be honest. Like, it's not a lot we need to do. It's mainly just all the polish work I need to do. And then, you know, like foliage and all the rocks. But building-wise, we're almost there. So that's nice. It feels good. I was trying to add some windows here, but as you can see, it didn't really work. And it kind of take away that fantasy vibe to have those realistic basement windows there. So I didn't do that. But as you can see here, duplicating this guy here, adding him in the triangle roof here, so it kind of like closed off. And then I'm also doing some stuff on the interior side as well. So exterior-wise, this building is sort of done, but interior-wise, it still needs a lot of love. And that's also what I'm going to do inside all of them. So it's going to be a lot more work to do too, because I don't want to have a half-ass building finished and then all of the others have like this super nice interior. So I'm going to try to do that too. So I'm also happy that we are at this section now where we don't need to add more buildings, you know what I mean? It really feels good that we can just focus now on, you know, the detailing, the clutter, foliage, etc. And then afterwards we go over and make the Oliphant Sanctuary, which I'm so excited to start on, to be honest. Because it's so different from the Hobbiton vibe and the Rivendell vibe. And I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna use some other pieces for that too. So that is definitely something I'm really happy about that we can do. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna give you a track here, and then I will return afterwards to give you guys the credit, the outro it's called, exactly. So yeah, enjoy, sit back guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoy the music. As you saw, I've been doing lots of stuff in the background here. I did the entrance kind of for the keepers, so they can like go from this plateau to down to the habitat. There was some stuff I did off camera because I was fiddling around to find a way to do it, and then, you know, press the record button when I was like, okay, this is how we do it, you know. So that's pretty much what you guys saw me do here in the back. And then of course I added a little bit more flower beds and added some more detailing and etc. And I started to duplicate a lot of those ends of each building I have on other buildings. So everyone kind of looks like the same, but also in some way or another they have like a little bit of slight different vibe to it. You know, so every building kind of works together. And this was the section I was talking about here, where because the pathing didn't really work for me as much, you know. We're playing a planet or a planet series game here, where the path is just not our friend, as you can see here. Playing around with it a lot, used a lot of time on it, and also made a huge clip here where I'm legit just, I think I had 40 minutes of this little square. That was the pathing I had struggled with. How about that? So, but at the end I just cover it up, whatever you can see. Put some benches on and some flowers, and then make it feel like some sort of little entrance down to here. So it doesn't seem like that the guests are like clipping too much through the floor. Even though they do, but it's just how it is. We can't make it, it's just how it is. So making flower beds here, and after I added this just added so much life to it, right? I mean, can you see right away now here? And I think as soon as we get all these flower beds and trees and all the colorful stuff around Rivendell here, it's gonna look so cool, guys. I'm 100% sure it will. Maybe a little bit more overgrown stuff as well. I showed this picture to people in Nexus, and I think it was Jure and Sil that said, oh, maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that. And I went in and then I did some of those things, and it actually adds so much to it. Like, add some more trimming to the roofs. You'll see me do that as well. And it really works well with it. Might add a little bit more to the roof as well. The further in we go, you know, the more I build, the more ideas I get, the more I add to the other buildings and etc. So it's pretty much just, you know, building in a loop in some way, where you just build the same, but then at every time you add a new stuff to it in some way. So I'm really happy about that. So here I wanted to have some sort of little canopy-ish in front of this guy here, and I just couldn't figure out which one to go with. So I went with this. And in some way or another, I kind of feel like it works well, because it has like this sort of grungy, you know, like vibe to it, you know, a little bit dirty and, you know, decal, stuff like that. And I feel like it works well here. And then I added a little bit more different decorative pieces to it, and there we go. I'm really liking how many pieces I'm actually able to add into this project here. It's so cool, and all these pieces give such a nice different vibe to everything, you know, and it's just nice. I really like it. Here I'm adding a little bit more stuff to the building here, not so much, probably gonna do that in the next video too. But yeah, it really started to look of something, and where I have the facilities here, it just looks so nice having them, you know, put inside to the wall. So here I'm adding one more elven tower. I felt like this building could needed it, and it just looks way cooler when you see it from afar too, that there is like this little tower and they go inside. A little like a little building house, you know, or home. So in here I'm making a little bit of interior. This is the part I was talking about, where I'm actually gonna try and make some sort of decent roof that has these engraving too, and, you know, just trying to add up the fencing or the roof here so it doesn't clip through the roof inside. And it's a lot more work than I actually thought. But it did work out, and I really like it. And I am also gonna do a lot of experimenting with the exterior or the interior as well. And as you can see here, I have the llamas here too, just giving them some sort of a decent terrain, and then some food and water, as I mentioned, and a keeper. And that's pretty much how the llama habitat is looking for now, guys. I will do that. I will do a lot more in the next video. What's good about this is that for every time I get in here, I get another section done as well. And it, in some way, that kind of feels less work when I open it up next time, you know, obviously. But it's just a nice feeling that I can go in and then, okay, let's focus on this area now, you know. And I also thinking about maybe adding in a boat ride. That would be cool to have a boat, kind of like sailing around here and stuff, and then maybe I can make some caves. Maybe we'll see how that works. Yeah, because it's only a thought I've had for now, but I'm just thinking how cool it could be to have a boat going like underneath the Rivendell, and then underneath there you make like some sort of tunnels where you just make the boat ride going through. Maybe we can even add an animal in there. That's probably going to be tricky though. Then we have to make paths. Well, it's, as you can hear, I'm still brainstorming a lot. But anyways, guys, I'm adding this trim here at the end of the video here, which were something the guys told me in Discord I should try to do, so I did that, and it looks super cool. So as I said, the roofs is always in work, so I'm gonna add this to all the other roofs around Rivendell as well. It just makes them pop up more, right? So guys, we're at the end here now. Let me know down below what you think of the build so far and the video. And yeah, do that down below, guys. And remember to stay awesome. And have you been building something interesting in Planet Zoo lately? Let me know down below. And if you are interested in joining our Discord, you should do that too. Links and everything you need to know, guys, are down below. Also, link for my Twitch and everything. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Stay awesome, as I said. And give the video a like if you think it deserves it. So yeah, guys, take care and have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to you in my next video. Enjoy the cinematics, guys. Bye.